Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tafalarota. It's quite early in the morning and I will be going off to celebrate the Christmas Eve with my family, but I wanted to make a short video just to say hello and to wish you the Merry Christmas and a happy New Year. I hope that 2017 will be a peaceful year for most of us, and that peace that we want to create in the world has to start from us. So I wish each one of us to be able to have a peaceful mind, to have a healthy body, to have conditions where we can nurture those. And I hope that most of the world will be a peaceful place sooner or later. And there were some amazing videos on YouTube about outstanding decks of 2016, and I thought if I did one of those like full on, I would be repeating myself, because I just have done the VR to Joanna Robson about my comfort decks, and most of those decks are also my favorite decks of 2016. So I link it below and you can go and check it out. But I do have a lot of decks, so of course I have used some other decks as well that I love a lot, and I would love to share those with you right now. And I wanted to start with the Pagan Otherworld deck that I think it's just amazing. I love this deck. It's a great reader. It's beautifully made. The artwork is incredible. I love Marseille type decks, so the peepishness of this little arcanas, it's like I love it. And the colors are beautiful. I don't think I do have to introduce this deck to anyone. It's a very amazing, beautifully done, and kind of Rider-Waite-ish based deck. So I think most of people who land on Rider-Waite-Smith can read this deck. I also have used quite a lot the Victorian Romantic Tarot. I do like the Victorian era, I have to say. It's Baba Studios deck, and it suits itself so well for client readings because it's quite neutral, and a lot of people do ask about love and the relationships, and this deck is quite expressive when it comes to the matters of the heart. So it's out of print, I think, but Baba Studios do reprint their decks, so if you like it, just watch they shop and maybe you can get it. I actually, since I discovered swaps, and I think it was maybe end of 2015, but most of my swaps I've done in 2016, I scored so many cool decks, so this was one of them. The other deck that I used quite a lot in 2016, which I keep in this cool box, it's Robert Place's Tarot of Sevenfold Mystery. I actually did chop the borders, the white borders, and like colored it like old gold. I love Robert and Place's decks. There's just, I never go wrong with his decks, so I think I would like to have all of his decks if possible. Love his line, his type of illustrating, the coloring, so beautiful. The faces, the pre-Raphaelite facial expressions and postures, and of course his knowledge about alchemy and philosophy, and it's all just there in the decks of art. So and they read also amazing, like they're quite expressive. There's really there's a little white booklet which is short but quite extensive, and other than that you can really read intuitively, or if you know more about alchemy and the history of tarot, you can definitely get much more out of his decks. so it's worth getting into it. I love the crazy Tarot of Marseille Major Toms deck. I bought it like on sale for like a few pounds and comes with a little booklet, and that's the bags. It's color coded, so each suit has a different background, and it's funky. I don't know, it's easy to read because of the colors. So sometimes if you have, you know, a lot of one element, the color just like stands out. Then it has this baseball hats and all those quirky looking court cards. For example, the Tower has a baseball hat rather than a crown. The High Priestess, okay, very untraditional. She's a little bit revealed, much more maybe than we would like to see. Justice, so you know, it's a quirky take on Tarot de Marseille, but it's kind of funny and it reads well, and I like to use it. Another Tarot de Marseille deck that I used a lot was the Tarot Noir. This one has a totally different feel, but it's beautiful. The cards are huge, but they're not sticky despite the gilding, and they shuffle quite well, so I don't have any issues with it. You do need a lot of space when you want to put the cards, you know, in a spread, but it's a beautiful deck. And if you like Tarot de Marseille, I'm pretty sure you'd appreciate it. It's well done, accompanied by a great book, but in French, so unfortunately most of English-speaking people cannot read it. And there was another Tarot de Marseille deck which I scored in 2016, and this is a little Tarot de Blaine, I'm not sure. I spell it, it's spelled Blain, and it's also color coded, but it's a mini deck. I got a mini version, and I love to use it for readings as well. I invented this reading where is the full heading, and you shuffle your cards like in Lenormand. You think about the full as the significator, and then you look for the full and for the accompanied cards. So you know that the fool is going away from the Judgment and towards the Lovers. So then I, you know, play with it. So this deck, Tarot de Blaine, it's really cool. Oh, that's how you spell it. You can get it on French Amazon. I also rarely, but when I'm like really fucked up emotionally, oh yes, Nicoletta Ceccoli comes up to help. I love this deck. I cannot use it all the time, but whenever I have some emotional shit going on, I do reach for it, and I noticed that I actually enjoy the it always points to my shadow. There is no bloody way it doesn't. It's full on. I love this deck. So Nicoletta Ceccoli. And I also used quite a lot the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. And my favorite card in this deck is let's find it. There is many, but one of them, I just love it. And when it comes up for clients in a reading, I'm so personifying this one. You ready? Oh, there it is. It's the Queen of Wands, and I always go. If you need to speak your truth or burn some shit out or watch what you saying, because you know you can burn someone else. Queen of Wands from Raven's Prophecy Tarot. It's a great deck as well, and I really like using it. And one of my soul decks, Nigel Jackson Tarot, of course I have used it a lot. since I keep getting new decks from swaps and from shopping, but mostly from swaps these days, I of course got swapped into using the new ones, but I do love this deck, and actually it reads, for me, it reads really well. And because of the gentleness of the colors and this whimsical nature, it's quite good for readings for clients, and I used it numerously, and everybody enjoyed it a lot. So this is Nigel Jackson. And also I scored some independent decks like Holy Simple Tarot, which I love. Also, I don't have it on me right now, but I do love it. The Saki Saki Tarot. I don't mind the no heads on the people, so I do use it a lot for myself as well. I loved also Anna K Tarot, which I have somewhere, but I don't know where. And I have used also the Gaian Tarot quite a lot when I was on holidays. And it's a very good reader too, and a warm deck. It's a little bit on the hippie side of things, like, you know, a bit new agey, but it's beautiful and I enjoy it a lot. And it's a soft deck, so sometimes when I need like talk to a grandmother kind of thing, I reach for this one. Oh yes, the Holy Simple, everybody knows it. It's a quirky deck. I love the simplicity of it, so that's a cool deck. I also played with these decks, and this is like, I'm finishing up now, but Robert Place's Tarot of Vampires. I did read his book to it, and I love his deck, so what can I say? I do use it sometimes to just inspire myself, but it's a good reader as well. You can read with this deck, no problem. I'm planning to learn more about tough decks, so I'm learning on tough system, and also I'm waiting in January. I will get the color version of Tabula Mundi Tarot, and that's exciting because I've got the book to this deck, and I'm going to study it definitely next year. It's kind of, I don't know, I turned 41 and I suddenly got interested in Thoth system, in Kabbalah, and apparently you cannot study Kabbalah before 40, so, you know. And one of my old favorites, also Jean Noblet. I take it for travels a lot because it's a small one, so it's a great deck. So that's it, my friends. I hope you have a lot of decks that you like too, and I'd love to see. And I wish you all the best for the upcoming year, for the holiday seasons. The light has been born on the winter solstice, and let's just nurture it. Let's carry it around. Let's share our light, and hopefully the world will be a better place. And it starts with us. See you in 2017. Bye.